Hello. How's everyone doing? I am doing just fine. That is correct, Matt. Captain Reynolds, welcome, welcome. Yes, happy Friday indeed, or Friday Eve. Giorgio, hello, how are you doing? Max, thanks for the compliment, my man. David, hello, welcome back. I'm not sure if I understand your question. Good morning, Tony. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I have it on real time, real weather. This is a Aero 3. use stock weather. Gabriel, thanks for the follow. Tony, I will wait and meet up with you on VATSIM if you get it set up, man.
Autopilot disconnect.
Yeah, I normally, if Xenviro would perform better on my machine, I don't have the resources to let it work correctly. I would use that, but right now it eats up too much of my performance. Um, I'll probably use it again once they update it finally to the newest version, or I get a new GPU or something. Yeah, having good internet does make or break a stream, but also when those frames per second get eaten, it will kill your stream. Everybody, thanks for stopping by. This is just a VFR flight from Sedona, Arizona over to San Diego. I'm currently working in the background, so that's why the video is not provided. So if it's not your cup of tea, then, you know, come back later when I'm actually, you know, live on the webcam. But doing this for entertainment purposes and just flying VFR on the VATSIM network. I don't think there are really any controllers on right now, but if there are, then you know, of course I'll talk to them. So yeah, we're just going to fly over. I have a planned route in the Garmin here, and we'll just make our way over to San Diego. It's going to be, let's see. It's not going to be a quick trip. But it's a flight to eat up my work day. If you stop by, I appreciate it. We're flying the Piper Arrow 3. I will be on live again tonight with the actual webcam. George, how are you doing? Esteban, good morning. So far, this is a pretty good aircraft. It's a little hairy landing it. I don't know if it's due to real flight dynamics or what. It's a little bit of handful, especially if you have sensitive rudder pedals. Studying for VATSIM? Hey man, sometimes you just gotta jump into it. That's what I did. I watched a lot of videos on YouTube on how people were talking in VATSIM, and then I just jumped right into it and learned from your mistakes pretty much. That's how you gotta do it. So I picked up this aircraft a couple weeks ago for 12 bucks. For $12, I mean, it's not bad at all. It was on sale. I don't know if it's still on sale, but for $12, I don't think you can go wrong for a full fidelity aircraft. Christian, hello from Brazil. Welcome. Thanks for joining the channel. Yeah, for 12 bucks, you can't complain. I got this on sale, and so far I really like it. It's good for training. I still haven't like mastered the landing for this aircraft yet, just because I don't know. I'm not used to the rudder pedals being so sensitive on this aircraft. So it makes it a little hairy. Let me see if I can put up a status of our flight. Display capture, browser source. Piper. P28. All the way from Argentina, Osvaldo, welcome, welcome. What is the aircraft? It is a Piper Aero 3 by V-Flight. I got it on sale like 2 weeks ago. It was 12 bucks and pretty good aircraft. Appreciate everybody stopping by. All right. Carl, thanks for the like. David, thanks all the way from Spain, España. Johnny, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome back. Long time no see. Jay, thanks for the follow. Carl, thanks for the follow as well. All the way from the Philippines. Got many viewers from the Philippines. Yes, we are doing well. Thanks for the kind words. And that's good news. I don't know whether or not you were trying to do that, but I'm happy for you. Yes, George, I do agree with you. Emerith, good morning. How are you doing? $40K viewers? Yeah, I wish. I really do. That would be awesome. Yeah, Tony, I have noticed a lot of people from Colombia watch your channels, but hey man, to each his own, and you know, more power to the viewer, right? Osvaldo, hey man, thanks for the follow, welcome. This is the Piper Arrow 3. Got it from the store for 12 bucks when it was on sale. Can't really complain. I'm the new Captain Canada. Yeah, I wouldn't put me in that high regard yet. Keyword yet. Yeah, your case is from Colombia, my case is from the Philippines. It's kind of weird. I got many viewers and friends from the Philippines that like watching my channel. I love the friends that I've made from the Philippines. I have many friends from the Philippines that I was in the Army with as well. So, all around good people. Yeah, this is just a small VFR flight from Sedona to Arizona, from Sedona to San Diego, and it's just to kill time while I'm working in the background. So that is why I don't have the webcam up. You can catch me later tonight, I'll have the webcam, so if you prefer watching while I actually have the webcam on, just join me later tonight. Well,
oh yeah.
in the next I don't know. Let's see, tonight, let's say the next 10 hours, you can join me again. My goodness, Johnny, I could not thank you enough right now. Really do appreciate it. Man, you've really come through, man. One of my original followers and viewers. Been there since the beginning and always been supportive. I really do appreciate it. Always top of my list, my man. Yes, very supportive. I really do appreciate it. Although, you know, I'm not in it for the tips. They do help, but I'm really here because this is just my hobby. And I really do enjoy people watching my stream. And it also does support my channel because the tips that I have received so far, you know, it goes straight into the channel. Either within add-ons or, you know, any type of advertisement that, you know, happens. Mainly for add-ons, but I do appreciate it. This isn't just, you know, if I do receive a tip, it isn't just, you know, free money going to me. It just goes right back to the channel. Your pilot hasn't moved. Is he okay? I don't know. Let's check him out. Yeah, he's not moving much. Oh, no, there he is. His head's moving. See, he's looking around. He's scanning, you know, scanning all the way. I was actually reading a very interesting article about how the Air Force did scanning studies on pilots back in the 60s and 70s and how they would watch their eye movements. It's a very interesting article. If anybody's interested in reading it, just look it up on Google or something. Yeah, he does look a little pale. Probably needs a little more sun. Sorry for my Welsh viewers. Don't get much sun up there in the Welsh area of the UK. 11 p.m. there in the Philippines. It is 10:30 a.m. here in the U.S. Eastern side. I am exactly 12 hours behind the Philippines, so that's why my Philippine viewers, when I stream in the morning, it's nighttime there, and when I stream at nighttime, it's morning there. So it's you got to pick and choose when you stream, but you know, hopefully me streaming during the day while I work, it's picking up those viewers who want to watch me that can't, you know, watch me in the morning in the Philippines time. But again, Johnny, hey man, I really do appreciate it. I hope your wife and everybody is doing fine. I know she's in the, if I remember right, she's in the healthcare industry. Hope she's not being overworked. And I do understand it's, for some people, it's extremely hard to find a job right now. And I really hope that anybody who's affected or have lost jobs recently is able to find work in a speedy manner. Fortunately enough, I've had to come to that situation before, but luckily not right now. Yeah, it is kind of a pretty lonely flight, I guess. Yeah, 12 hours behind George, pretty much. So that's why when I fly in Philippines events, you know, I have to stay up extremely late. I think the latest I've stayed up is like 3 or 4 a.m. to participate in Philippine events on the VATSIM and, you know, flying with Toga Gaming and everything like that. Let's see, Creator Studio. I gotta change the leaderboard now since Johnny pretty much just beat out everybody. Alright, let's see what I can do. So if you wonder the stars are current numbers for the past 28 days. And that's how Facebook breaks them down. So if you're wondering how I get the star numbers, anybody that's donated in the past 28 days, that's how you make it on that list. And it goes by ranking that way. Let's see. Just gotta change it a little bit. Alright, so top stars are updated now. Yeah, I understand that, man. That's why I really don't stream during the day, because I'm just busy with work, and it's hard to double task between streaming and working at the same time. So I really would like to stream more during the day. It's just sometimes it's almost damn near impossible. Jasmine, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you stopping by. Somebody said I am the new Captain Canada. Yeah, I got a long way to go, my friends. All the way from England, welcome. I was just talking about how maybe my Walsh friends don't get as much sunlight up there. I haven't been to England in probably about, what is it, going on 2 years now. I'm doing well, and thank you. What's the word if you fly with some? Co-pilot? Or I don't know, shared flight? I don't know if there's a more technical name that I'm missing there. I just shared cockpit. Okay, got you. Yeah, shared cockpit. Yeah, that is a plugin that I do have. Oh, that's awesome. I have visited from London to Southampton. That's it. Those are the in-between trips of those two places. That's the only places I've been. And I've been to Gibraltar, which is kind of like a, I guess, a subdivision of the UK. Like a different plane, wingman. I take it up to, it's because when I was a little bit younger, I used to travel a lot, and I was in the military, so I got to go to a lot of places in the world that others did not get to see. But I absolutely love traveling. Well, there's nothing stopping you except money and the current travel bans. Crew Note, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Krishi, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Fernando, thanks for the follow. Christian, thanks for the follow. So we're just following the flight plan here. Jose, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think that's called a wingman, George. What is GDL? Oh, okay. I misread your statement there, Tony. I had to read it twice. I actually used to live in Germany. I lived in Germany for 3 years. Yeah, man. I welcome anybody to join me on VATSIM and fly with me. Just try not to break any rules that could get you suspended from VATSIM. That's all I ask. I'm not trying to lead anybody down the wrong path here. I just don't want anybody getting in trouble, and because some of those VATSIM controllers, they get very power heavy or big headed, and they like to think that it's real ATC sometimes. So just, I don't mind anybody flying with me. Just make sure you do it in the correct manner. Because I've already known people who got banned from VATSIM, and it's just, I don't know. I couldn't imagine flying without VATSIM now. Yeah, being 30 is a different, it's a different age. I turned 30 this past year. Florida has definitely changed in the past 20 years. A lot of expansion. I've been all over Europe. I really like traveling over there. The US is cool, it's just there's a lot to see. The US is giant compared to European countries, so it would take a lot longer to visit many of the places in the US compared to, say, you take a short trip over to Europe. Jay, that's pretty funny, man. Jasmine, hey, thanks for the follow. I will see you next time. Mohammed, thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Let's check our fuel tanks. With this airplane, you do have to switch manually. So we'll switch over to the left fuel tank, because as you can see, we've used up about 10 gallons on the right side. And this aircraft does dynamically... Captain Morgan, hell yeah. I had some tequila last night. So yeah, with this aircraft, it is modeled to dynamically change the center of balance, and you do have to switch over the fuel tanks. I have flown this before, stepped away and forgot about it, and actually crashed because I forgot to switch over fuel tanks. Mezcal. I don't think I've ever heard of that. All right, Jasmine, take it easy, and I'll see you later. See, I'm wondering how me and Captain Canada would even get along. I think we got two different personalities. That'd be awesome if I could ever get a sit down with him during a co-pilot session. That'd be interesting. No, I do not have Vulcan. Vulcan kept crashing me while I streamed, and that's why I don't use it. It is a different... I don't know what it does, but it does crash me while I stream, and that's why I don't use Vulcan. I'll just wait until it's fully implemented before I make the change, and I want to make sure that all plugins are able to use it, so... Because I heavily depend on all of my plugins to make my X-Plane experience better. 3 shots and you will be speaking Chinese.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny, I really do appreciate it, my man. Emptied my stars for you. Hey man, that you know what that means? You just have to retop that thing back up. But I have found out, and a lot of people don't know this, if you do purchase stars, and this, you know, I'm not saying to purchase stars to support my channel, but if you support any other streamers and you purchase stars, the more stars you purchase, the more Facebook, you know, knocks off on a discount for you. But if I had a way and I wanted people to really donate to me, I would ask you to donate to my Streamlabs donation link, because that way 100% of the donation comes directly to me, and you also do not have to pay Facebook to donate. So just keep that in mind. If you would prefer donating to me via Streamlabs, 100% of your donation comes directly to me. You do not get charged anything else. So basically it knocks off any financial gain from Facebook or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. I would like to post. So this is the thing. For me, it's really hard. I never ask for money from anybody. So me posting a donation link, which, you know, I'm happy to do if people would like to donate to me. I just feel awkward asking for donations, and I feel by posting a donation link, it just shows that I'm asking for donations. And that's why I don't do it. Because I'm not here for donations, I'm here for flight streaming and the enjoyment of virtual aviation. But I haven't really caught the gist yet if people would get upset by me posting donation links. I'm more than happy to. I don't know, it feels weird to me because it's to me it's like I'm asking for money. And the other thing is, the only thing that really rubs me wrong about the donations with Facebook, and a lot of people don't know this unless you're a streamer and you accept stars, is Facebook does not hand you your stars until you get $100 in stars. or $100 equivalent of donations. So you have to wait until you get all the way to 100 before you can even get the donation. I know many people that use the JAR 320. I do not have the JAR 320. Honestly, I cannot recommend it because I do not have it, unfortunately. So we're flying the Piper 3 here, or the Piper Arrow 3. Alejandro, hey man, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Vincio, welcome to the channel. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, I will have to agree that I am absolutely, if you're able to take the 321 or the 319, Tullus is definitely the way to go. That's the only thing that I can recommend because I have both of those aircraft. And, yeah, I'm not going to recommend an aircraft if I don't have it. But I do have the Tullus 321 and the Tullus 319, and I highly recommend them. The only thing that does need to happen is they just need better sounds for the Tullus 321 and the 319, but there is multiple things online to get better sounds. So that's the only complaint. Flight Factor is awesome. I do not have any Airbuses from Flight Factor though. I only have the 767 and the 757, which those two aircraft alone I absolutely like. I love those aircraft. Yeah, so for my YouTube viewers, they're asking if the JAR 320 is good. They can't see the comments, but if you're watching from YouTube right now, the majority of my viewers on Facebook are saying that the JAR 320 is not good, and they recommend the Tullus 321 or 319 better, or more, because the JAR Designs 320 is just not good at all. And you know, from reading the forums and everybody's complaints on like the the different X-Plane pages on Facebook, I will have to, if I could use my information as a proxy, I would say do not buy the JAR Designs until they massively improve their products. Helton, all the way from Brazil. Hello, how are you doing? And one of my viewers says JAR 330 is okay. And somebody else is saying that they have Tullus and JAR, and Tullus is definitely the option to go. So I'm translating between Facebook and YouTube right now, if that's why you're wondering why I'm repeating people. Wonderson, hey man, all the way from Brazil as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Brazil in the house, Colombia in the house, Mexico in the house, Philippines in the house, Europe in the house, people from everywhere. Alright, so we started, let's see, Flagstaff and Prescott see, Sedona should be somewhere. I'm trying to show you guys where we started at. So I've been to Sedona, I've been to Flagstaff, I've been to Prescott. In real life, I'm talking about. Sedona's right here. So we left Sedona. Sedona's right here. We're making our way over to San Diego, which is right here. So, not too long of a trip considering we started right here, and we're making our way down. Travel, hey man, from Toronto. My weather generator is a, this is just stock X-Plane weather. I just set it to match real world conditions. I have real world time. I do have X-Enviro, but it kills my performance. Until I get a better GPU, I will not be using X-Enviro. It's not friendly to both stream and, you know, play the game at the same time, so I don't use X-Enviro anymore. Jose Paulo, all the way from Portugal. Welcome, welcome.
All right.
Hey, Tony, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the stop in. I'll be looking forward to seeing you on VATSIM. Unfortunately, for some reason, between the TeamSpeak and the Iveo, something breaks my X-Plane and it just does not work. No, I am really pissed at myself that I bought X-Enviro, and I really wish I didn't, because if I would have known all the problems with it and the lack of support that came along with it, I probably would have not bought it. Johnny, hey man, I will talk to you later. I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for the stars again, and you're always being supportive of the channel, my man. Appreciate it, and God bless your family. Jason, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Amazing, or Amazon, however you want to pronounce it, or however you do pronounce it. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Nai, thanks for the follow. Victor, thanks for the follow. Active Sky, yeah. See, I've told myself that I'm not going to buy any more weather generators. It's just not worth it to me. I am highly anticipating the release of Microsoft 2020, or whatever they want to call it, Microsoft Flight Simulator. I want to see how that product performs before I invest any more into X-Plane 11. And the thing that really pisses me off is, I know X-Plane 12 is going to be coming out here in probably the next 2 years, because they need to be competitive with Microsoft. And I just wish they would not keep upgrading the version. They would just upgrade the one product that they have and not keep skipping between 11, 12, and everything else, because I've put a lot of money in 11, and I just want it to work the same as if, say, 12 comes out. And I want to see the same performance improvements that 12 has. And that's why I really, you know, I'll buy like something here and there that's, you know, not that expensive, or maybe an aircraft, but I'm just tired of investing to make X-Plane better. Hey man, Jose Paulo, that is great, man. I highly recommend that kit to anybody that's wanting to get into sim aviation. There, of course, is better products out there, but I have had the T16 full kit for probably 2 years now, and for a moderate to low-end budget, it is perfect. And it does everything I needed to do that high-end kits that I've tested before does. Happened to me, Top, have Xenviro FPS killer big time. I work along with Ultra Weather. Yeah, so that's the only other weather add-on I have is Ultra Weather for XP. And so far, it's not bad. I do like that it changes the textures. There are different various Lua scripts and reshaders that you can download. But, what are stars like stream-wise? Basically, stars are donation. 100 stars is $1. So instead of saying, you know, so-and-so donated $1, it just says 100 stars. Does Ultra Weather give you information of the weather? Not that I've noticed. It just basically changes the texture work of the entire. So you can go in here and you can put in, you know, it'll change the look of the sky, the clouds, the water, the lights and the shadows. I'm not going to do it right now because it tends while I live stream. If I click into any options, it will crash my stream. That's why I won't do it unless I'm like on the ground and I'm not streaming. I've noticed it doesn't affect me if I'm not streaming, but if I'm streaming because of my resources are being used so much to both run the simulator and the stream, it will actually crash my simulator. But all it does is just rework all the textures you can look at. So it doesn't really do anything by giving you weather information. Weather information, though, if you have a Avitab, so this is a free plugin. If you're not familiar, anybody that doesn't know something about Avitab, you can go into, you know, your Avitab free from the X-Plane forum site. You type in the airport you want, so say K-San for San Diego. You type it in, and it gives you your weather information right here. So right now at San Diego, it was posted at 21:12, Zulu time. Wind 0 knots at winds 0 direction at 0 knots, 10 statute miles, broken at 1,000, 16 degrees and 12 degrees dew point, and then altimeter 2995. All that can come from Aviators tab right here. And this, like I said, is free on the forum site if you know, somebody that's watching right now is not familiar with it. Do you know how to download the Fmod sounds? Yeah, you have to go to a website called FPS Plus, or just Google it. It is a well, you can get the full download. It's a Patreon. It's $5 a month, so you can just donate the $5, download all the sound mods you want, and then cancel the Patreon subscription if you want. Yeah. A lot of airports don't have, yeah, so there is many airports that don't, there are many airports that don't have weather information, so what I do in that case is I look at the local weather, and then I basically just judge what the weather is going to be like at that local airport. Yeah, I've flown in the Philippines before, and Avitab has not told me the weather. There is another thing that I use that will give me the weather if you type in the departure airport, and that's called Fly Live Studio. Or if you go to Fly Live, Google it. You can download the little plug-in for your machine, and it will also give you your weather information. But it's more for streaming. Yeah, I don't have Active Sky, so I can't really speak to it. Julian, thanks for the follow. Chris, thanks for the follow. Jason, thanks for the follow. Mazin, thanks for the follow. Yeah, so that is what I've noticed in the Philippines as well, is many airports that I've flown there does not broadcast weather information, so I normally have to search for it online. So if you guys please excuse me, I will be right back. Alright, thank you for being patient, I'm back. If you're just now joining the channel, thanks for oh, all the way from Germany, Savine. I used to live in Mannheim when I was in the army there. So this is real time, real weather. We're flying through Arizona, New Mexico, and over to San Diego. Adam Belay, thanks for the like, welcome. Lele, thanks for the like, welcome. Appreciate everybody stopping in. Nah, man, you got to use the resources you got, so I completely agree with getting, you know, a neighboring airport's weather. You just got to be resourceful if you can't find the weather information. All right. Adam, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Yep. So I've always wanted to go to Lake Havasu. I've never been. Apparently we just passed over it. I know it's a big party destination for many Americans, but I just never had the chance to make it there. Stella all the way from Brazil in the house. Welcome, welcome. Boy Scouts find a way. Yep. Always be resourceful. Or no, wait. Always be prepared. Thank you everybody for joining. This is just a VFR flight over to San Diego. We left Sedona, Arizona earlier. So we're just slowly making our way over. Let me check fuel here, because you do have to balance this aircraft. We're almost touching 30, so we're still good. Yeah, that's true too. And I also, so I get the neighboring weather information from, you know, the neighboring airport, but I also check the local weather if that's not available, and then I make my own, you know, presumptions of what would be happening. There's many weather resources that you can, that are exactly for flight, that you can figure out, you know, enough information so you can fly. You know, there's many apps for pilots that you can actually download to a, you know, mobile device, or, you know, a personal electronic device that will, you know, find the information for you as well. So it doesn't just have to be on a computer. I mean, I use descent calculators that are on my phone and everything else. It's just it's all about being resourceful. That's half of being a pilot, I guess. Knowing and understanding the information and how to find out the information. Yes, I'm using the latest AirAC. AirAC really only, I would say it only really matters if you're flying IFR and using IFR patterns and air routes. If you're flying more on VFR, I would say it doesn't really matter as much. But if you have an FMC or anything big that flies anything over, because if it's considered an IFR flight anything over 18,000 feet in the US, that's the transition level. Other places, you know, throughout the world are different, but at least in the US it's 18,000 feet for the transition, and anything over 18,000 feet you're considered IFR. So I think that's really when the air routes matter. So I am on VATSIM right now, it's just no controllers are online. Does that answer your question, George? Well, I mean, the US is pretty good on VATSIM. It's just, it's more later during the day. It's not, you know, everybody's waking up and stuff like that. But you know, if you go over to Europe right now on the VATSIM network, they'll normally have a good presence there. I've noticed with the VATSIM communities, later in the evening is when you have to really hit up the VATSIM environment, because that's when I guess people are getting off work and stuff like that. But I have noticed that VATSIM has been very crowded because everybody is, you know, during this pandemic stuff, it is really making a difference in the VATSIM environment. But they do host a lot of events that, you know, they'll try to fill up the entire U.S. On VATSIM and stuff. So I try to catch any events that happen in the VATSIM environment. I try to catch, because you know, sometimes it's actually really fun to fly in the events. So I'm not sure what PosCon is. I'm unaware of what that is, unfortunately. I'm not invited to anything, so um, I'm not that popular. So if you could explain what PosCon is, maybe I could give a little more context to it. What? How did I cut my hair? Um, I have my own clippers at the house. So between clippers and a razor blade, that's how that's how the magic happens, my man. Yeah, so I honestly, that's the first I've heard of it. Um, I'll have to check it out now. Maybe I can get accepted into a closed beta or something. I just hope it's not paid for. Um, Other than that, if it's something that's going to be paid for, I will definitely not be using it. George, I used to be the same way, but then in the end of the day, screw everybody else and their opinions. Because I guarantee it, you're never going to make everybody happy, and you just got to do it for yourself, man. Look at this guy. This guy is shown to the entire world. Do you think he cares? Umbrella TV, how are you doing? Welcome back. Is that Coltrane? I can't remember. $100% agree with you, man. You You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I was watching The Office, and that's the only reason I remember that quote, because it's in that stupid series that I absolutely love. Umbrella TV, if I had to guess, is it Cauldron? Just taking a wild guess. I can't memorize everybody from random names. Well, I'm glad I can be an inspiration for something, whether it not be, you know, for flying, but shaving your head. I'm all for it. uh, you made me laugh, so hey, man, at least my morning's going great now. Alright, let me check my fuel here. Alright, so we're pretty much balanced at the moment. We can keep it on that left tank. Yeah, at one point in time, yeah, I think I mentioned the right person. Umbrella, I think I said it. Isn't it Cauldron? Can you explain to me OOP? Can you explain to me what OOP is? Yeah, I went outside, what is it, last week? We had like a day that was like 90 some degrees. It was extremely sunny outside. And I rode my bike around the neighborhood for like, you know, 30 minutes to an hour, and I definitely got a sunburn on the top of my head, and it sucked. I'm doing good, man. How are you doing? Thanks for joining back. Sucks you got banned on VATSIM. You're going for a mullet. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, my face cam is not on right now. I'm working in the background, but I'll have face cam on later on in the evening when I probably when I stream later on tonight. Hell yeah, gotta follow your goals and dreams, man. Like I said, everybody else's opinion, they can, you know, screw them. If that's what you want, that's what you want. think I started going bald when I moved in with my wife. Hope she's not listening. I do make custom liveries, yes. I have one child. He was born back in August. So he's, tomorrow he'll be 9 months old. No, I think she'll agree with me that I started going bald when we moved in together. Let's see, do I charge? Not really. No. It just depends. It takes, on some of these aircraft, it takes a lot of work to do liveries. And if it's too intensive, I'm still pretty new at it, but I can still do it because I have Photoshop, and it makes it extremely easy. But there's still a lot of work. But no, I don't tend to charge anybody. It's just, it really comes down to, do I have time? Yeah, if you send me like what you're looking for in a PM, and I don't have the MD80, the rotate, so I will have to see. That's the thing is I don't have the MD80. I'm guessing you're talking about the rotate. What's my profile picture? Oh, on my my regular Facebook. I gotcha. I'm guessing you're talking about the Rotate MD80. The only thing is, I don't have the aircraft, so it is, a pain in the ass for me to create liveries for an aircraft that I don't have. I just went through this with somebody else, and basically I would have to send the livery to them. They would have to send me back screenshots, and then I'd have to make the adjustments. It takes 3 times as long as it normally takes, and yeah, so that's the only pain about it. So at first I would have to get the paint kit for it, if there is one. If there is one, it'll be easy. If it's just PNGs, that's going to make it extremely difficult. I would prefer to have the aircraft, but I don't. So if you're willing to go through the extra steps of me sending you the updated livery, and then you sending me screenshots back and forth, that way I can make the adjustments, but really it's going to come down to whether or not you're available. I don't know. Just show me what you're trying to do. And if there's a paint kit, just point me in the correct direction for the paint kit. And if you're willing to go through all the waiting period between sending me screenshots and everything else of what it looks like, I would say I'll try to fit it in, but right now, like I was trying to say, is the biggest killer for me doing liveries is the time. Captain Drew, hello. How are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, I really wish that it was a requirement for the vendors to give you layered PSDs, so that way it would be, you know, as like easy like you're talking about. I had a baby boy back in August. So the one thing that I have noticed with this airplane is the right fuel tank definitely drops a lot faster than the left fuel tank does. Payware JS. What is that in relation to? I think I missed the conversation. You saying payware job security? Yeah, I do agree with that. And the funny thing is that if you pay attention to all these scenery developers, they are scrambling right now to get out their products because they know that Microsoft 2020 is going to crush the payware scenery. By profile, this is my profile. Are you talking about my personal profile? I don't tend to give out that information. If you're able to figure it out, then that's great. But I don't tend to add anybody on Facebook on my personal profile. No offense, it's just, you know, personal security, and it quite frankly has to do with my position and what I do. Give me a second and I'll see what I can do. George, check your inbox. Stefan, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. George, did you get my PM? Thanks for the follow. Welcome. Where'd everybody go? Ahmed, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate everybody stopping by. got quiet all of a sudden. Yes, it did. So I was looking around. I was like, where is everybody at? Thought everybody left me. They got the answers they needed and left. Ah, okay. So that's what I've noticed. A lot of people will watch the landing and takeoffs, and then, depending on the flight, people will stop in intermittently here and there, and, so they just don't want to sit through the whole flight, and that's okay with me. If you don't want to watch the whole flight, then don't watch it. But, historically, with my experience, it's always the landings and the takeoff that get the most viewers. How long have I been in X-Plane 11? I have used X-Plane 11 since last, let's say, December 2018. But, yeah, I used to have, so, the funny thing is, I used to have, I think it was X-Plane 9, I bought it and never played it, and, I was really a big proponent of Microsoft, Flight Simulator back in the day, like, you know, I'm talking around 2004 time frame, back when the series pretty much died out. And then that was pretty much the end of my flights, my flight simulation. And then I got into DCS, and I was pretty heavy on DCS for a while. And then I found X-Plane 11 to be the closest thing to any like general aviation flight simulator, so that's why I purchased it. And now that's what I'm using primarily. I'm really anticipating what FS 2020 is going to bring, because if it's good, it's going to change the entire dynamic of flight sims. I appreciate the words, Emmer. Yeah, so I did a little bit of flight training last year, and I was able to pick up a lot of stuff just by reading books, watching streams, watching YouTube, and so hopefully if I do begin back flight training next month, it will be like, you know, a walk in the park, hopefully. I'm not saying it's 100% guaranteed, but I have a good idea that I may start flight training the end of next month. So we'll see what happens. I would love to post like real world videos of flight training on my page, just so you guys get to see like what I go through during training and everything. Let's see, 31 minutes until San Diego. Fuel is pretty much even too. Pretty impressed. Only used 20 gallons so far. Well, I don't know, close to 20 gallons. Started with Now I feel you on the investment. It is definitely an investment to, you know, be in the flight simulator community, and that's why I'm hoping that, you know, when FS 2020 comes out, it will make you not have to invest as much. I am willing to invest in aircraft, but I really do not want to invest in any, like, you know, substantial plugins. But hey, man, 15 to 20K, or what is it, 10 to 15K is really not much. It is much over time if you look at it from a big picture, but when it comes to hours of enjoyment and everything else, you know, you have going on, and if you had a classic car, you had 15, you know, K wrapped up into that, what's the difference if you enjoy a flight simulator over a classic car? You know, it to each his own, and when it comes to enjoyment and happiness, 10 to 15K over a 20-year period, that's really not much at all. Yeah, it will probably be a subscription. I will probably I'm gonna go in and say that I agree with you on that. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. So it looks like we only have about 29 more minutes left in this flight, give or take, you know, a couple for the landing sequence. I really want to thank everybody for stopping by, and I will be streaming later on tonight. No aerobatic maneuvers, including spins, approved. Okay. Well, that answers if I can barrel roll it or not. Yeah, I mean, I've had expensive hobbies my entire life. You know, even though I'm 30 years old, you got to enjoy life somehow, and, you know, nothing is ever guaranteed. Yep, flaps like a parking brake right there. Yeah, you just gotta be happy, man. Do I have a Discord? Yes, I do. I'll try to post the Discord link in the comments. Just give me a second. I don't know if I've updated the invite link recently. So I don't tend to use the Discord while I fly most of the time because it tends to eat frames, but yeah. Yes, I do stream on both YouTube and Facebook. All you got to do is look for IT Fly Guy on YouTube and you'll find me. And I just recently posted a new link with my new URL that was able to be created. Alright. Let's see. Alright. 1 second. Alright, Discord link is posted in the comments. Let's see. Did you get my PM, George? Yes, simultaneously it is streaming. There might be a couple second lag between the two if you really set them side by side, but they are both streaming live content. Let me check out Discord. Let's see. So, I do like the image, man. I PM'd you on Facebook. Yeah, so the service I use, there are services that will stream to that many at one point in time. But they are mainly paid. The only reason I stream, well, for one, I'm not a Twitch user. And I don't think I'll ever be a Twitch user because it's so saturated by gamers. Facebook gaming is relatively new in the atmosphere. And I think I'm going to stick with that because it links with my profile really nicely. And YouTube, that's the other thing that I use, really. So that's why I only stream to those. But Streamlabs is a very good service to use, and it's free, and it can stream to multiple platforms at one time. But only 2 at a time, granted. But I'm able to stream to both platforms that I want to stream at. Carlos, thanks for the like. Welcome to the channel. So we're almost to San Diego, guys. The Piper Arrow 3. Not bad for $12. I will have to say, I'm glad I caught this on sale. Well, I'm glad I pulled the trigger on the sale. Hello. How are you doing, George?
All right.
Carlos, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, it's the smog, man. Just about 20 more minutes and we'll be on the ground. Well, I appreciate that, George. No, you said you're in the Philippines. I don't speak, how you say it? Tagalog or Tagalog? So you will never see me really paying for scenery. I only use Ortho for XP. I think the only other word that I've learned in that language is Mabuhay. Yeah, I've actually looked at the Orbex scenery for both of those locations. They look amazing. I can't bring myself to purchase scenery. I just can't. That's like the one line I will not cross. When you get up high enough, the scenery is all the same pretty much with Ortho for XP. I would say if I flied VFR pretty much 100% of the time, Mabuhay. Ah, okay, thanks. I'll have to remember that. I will have to say that if I was flying VFR pretty much 100% of the time, I would probably purchase more scenery, but between me and other streamers, I tend to fly more commercial airlines or stuff that flies up high, so I'm not really worried about the scenery. As long as the ortho looks good from high above, that's all I care about. And the only other thing is I would like the airport scenery to look a little bit better, because you gotta, you know, when you really look at it, you're going to and from a destination, and both of those destinations are airports. So if there's a free scenery for an airport, I tend to download it. If it doesn't like kill the, you know, the gaming experience. I do shared cockpit. But my shared cockpit is more on the weekends, not during the weekday, just because it's extremely hard to fit that in because my days are really busy. Now, if another person agrees to do a shared cockpit during my nightly streams, then I can probably do that. let's go flight procedure, San Diego procedures, select approach, localizer, we'll go RNAV 27 Zulu, enter, vectors to, let's see, Avitab. Approach is Zulu, and we'll vector where is Lindy? Oh, we don't need to go to Clome. Oh, Lindy. Okay. Yeah. Let's go to direct to clear procedure approach. Alright, so Lindy, we need to be at 5,000 feet. So we'll go and start our descent. VS down. Alright, so starting our descent. Could you? Yes. Just gotta request it and we gotta fit it in and create a schedule. Guthrum, hey! Welcome from Brazil. Gabriel, yes, sure. Jacinto Pinto, hey, shout out, my friend. Appreciate you stopping by. Carlos, thanks for the follow. Gabriel, thanks for the follow as well. So according to the flight plan at Lindy, let's see. All right. Flight plan. Guthrum, hey man, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Let's see. Let's look at the chart here. So Lindy, 5,000, and then send down to 4,000 to Vida. Tafiq, hey! Shout out to Indonesia! Yeah, I share a cockpit for anybody that can schedule something with me. It won't be just on the fly, I do have to work it in. Just like I told Toga Gaming's, it's going to have to be on a weekend. All right. Yeah, so that's why I don't use the beta at all. Did my altitude alarm go off? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I had to do. I had to revert everything. Alright, so we're at 5,000 feet. This is the start of the approach. So far, I mean, Ortho for XP, I really don't have any complaints with it. It's free. Yeah, I guess I can, you know, I'll talk to you more about it in a little bit.
Autopilot disconnect. Autopilot disconnect.
What is my favorite plane? Yeah, take a guess. I don't know. I've got a couple. I'll have to go through my list. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say, so far, I believe the 767 is probably my favorite aircraft on X-Plane right now. Between that, between the TBM, the 757, and the 767. The 757, yeah, I'm starting to fly that more and more. I like both of those aircraft though.
Autopilot disconnect.
San Diego traffic, small Piper Aero 3 inbound for 27. Yeah, so hopefully Magnite actually changes that here in the next couple, you know, weeks to months, because they're working on their rendition. Alright, so where are we? According to the flight chart, we need to go down to 3,200. $3,200, 27, and then 2,000. Zach, thanks. I don't know what the shaders are doing, but it is extremely annoying. I know you have to adjust something in the shaders to get that to completely go away. It irritates the hell out of me when it does that. Alright, gear out. Alright, so we go. Getting on glide slope now. And setting flaps to final. So anybody that's ever flied this Piper before, what is a good approach speed for the Piper? I find so much conflicting information. San Diego traffic, Piper, 2 miles from 27. Alright, pulling off. Appreciate the speed. We'll watch that replay just here in a second. November 1221, clear of 27. I don't know where the general aviation is for this airport. Oh, well, I'm heading in the right direction, so that's good. Tony, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Fortunately, I just got done wrapping up. I'm going to go through a quick landing replay, and then I'm going to call it for a couple hours. I will be streaming again tonight, so if you're interested in the channel, go ahead and hit that like and follow button. This is good. I think I need to go one more parking lot over, but I'll just pretend I'm a large airplane here. Here we go. Alright, so fuel pump off, avionics bus 1 and 2, landing light off, beacon off, pitot heat off, rotating. Let's go ahead and turn avionics off. Go ahead, kill the fuel. And turn off master power. Alright, thanks for sticking away. Let's go ahead and check out that replay real quick. Oh, look at that. The door stays open. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I appreciate everybody stopping by. Let me pause it real quick, see if I can. That's going to distract me if that doesn't close. I guess you can't close it. Just don't pay attention to the door, people. Here we go. So, at least I didn't touch the little skid thing on the back, so we're all good there. Appreciate everybody stopping by, and catch me in a